Jackie is at. She is back over at the Iowa State Fair, and she is the busiest person in show business right now.
Good morning, Lou. I'm back in the Varied Industries building at a very important booth, especially if you're a high schooler or thinking about college. There's a big thing that can kind of hang over your head, and that's the finances needed to go to college. And there is a wonderful organization that's here to answer all of your questions. And like I said, here in the Varied Industries building during the Great Iowa State Fair, Iowa College Aid. They are here for you, and we're in their booth right now with the spokesperson, Elizabeth Sedril. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Good morning, Jackie. It's nice to talk to you.
Okay, so let's talk about going to college. There's a motto you guys have when it comes to Iowa College Aid.
Right. Our motto is because college changes everything, and it does. And that's not just for the graduate. It changes everything for the graduate's family, for the graduate's community. The benefits really spread.
Because you guys have a certain belief that if people want to go and further up their education after high school, they should have the ability to do so.
Right. We believe that college is possible for every Iowan. And so what our job is breaking down the barriers that might stand between an Iowan and a college education. And you can probably guess for most people what the biggest barrier might be.
Yeah, money. I remember that for me, it was huge on deciding where to go and how that was going to be accomplished.
Right. So the first day of the fair here at our booth, we asked people, how can you prepare for college? And we got a whole lot of, I need to study hard. We got a lot of, I need to save money. And one person wrote down, I need to sell my kidney.
Oh.
So, as outrageous as that might be, it really underscores that there's this feeling that I want to do it, but I can't get it with the resources available to me. And that's what we want to make people aware of, is there are many, many resources available to help you get to college. We administer between $60 and $70 million a year in state-based aid just in the state of Iowa, just for Iowans.
Wow.
Right. So the key is they have to ask for it. Nobody comes knocking on your door to say, we heard you want to go to college, here's some money. So you have to go through a process. And that's another thing that we do, is we really walk potential college students through the process of applying to college, applying for financial aid, and then making a transition.
And don't wait until the last minute to get this done. Do your research, be prepared.
Right, that's really important. As a matter of fact, if anybody is thinking about maybe being headed into college a year from now, in October, they should start that financial aid process with something called the FAFSA, which is the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It's a funny sounding word, but if you're headed for college, you're going to learn it. FAFSA. But file it.
Okay, so there's a lot of information I know you guys have, because there's various grants, opportunities, scholarships, but also just education about the various schools we have. We've walked around the Varied Industry buildings a couple of times, and we've introduced people to various schools. We'll continue to do that today. But you're kind of blown away about how many opportunities we have here in our great state of Iowa. But how can you put that all into one perspective so everybody has the right information?
We have a guide that we would really like to put in the hands of every high school student in the state of Iowa. So this is a sample copy. The actual book is rolling off the presses as we speak.
Okay.
This is called Your Course to College, and that is exactly what it is. This is a step-by-step for high school students and their families, and we walk them through the pieces of that course to college. So we start with choosing and applying to colleges, choosing a major, all of that prep work, courses you should take in high school, and ways to get college credit before you get to college. So all of the preparation work we talk about, and then we move on to that really important piece, the financial aid, where to find sources of financial aid, how to apply for it. We talk about the various kinds of loans that are available, break down the difference between private and federal loans, which is really important. You talk about doing the homework. That's a really important piece of it. And then we have a chapter on succeeding in college, making that transition, because it's a different world. You're a lot more responsible for yourself when you get into college.
So kind of you're all-in-one right here, and if people want to get their hands on this, do they come to the fair? Do they go online? What's the best way to go about that?
They can go to our website, iowacollegeaid.gov. We've also got a handout here that tells them how to order it. Okay. And it's being printed. The new edition we update every year, and the new edition is coming off the presses right now.
All right, here with some great answers to your questions if you're thinking about going to college. So this is perfect. High schoolers, stop on by. Student counselors, we encourage them to stop on by as well, because lots of great information for them as well.
Yeah, we have some great programs where we work directly with the schools. So if teachers or counselors who are advising high school students would like to talk to us, we have some great resources for them.
Okay, well, a great reason to stop by and talk to these fine folks to get great information, but also to do your fair activity. And what are people doing over here?
Right, so this is our College Inspiration Board, and it's really simple. Every day we have a question up here, and we ask people to write their answers on a sticky note and post it. So this is still from last night. The question was, where do you want to go to college? You're going to see a lot of ISU, U of I, UNI here. I saw a couple of Harvards mixed in there. Ooh. Right, so we have some high aspirations. We're also asking people, how can you prepare for college? We're asking, what do you want to be and what do you want to study?
There you go. really getting that conversation started, because it's one to have the dream and aspirations, but it's another to do the physical work to make sure you can make that possible.
That's exactly what this activity is meant to do, is to get people thinking and talking about their college possibilities.
All right, Elizabeth, you're wonderful. Thank you for talking with us this morning. Remind everybody the website one more time.
IowaCollegeAid.gov. We're a state agency.
Okay, or just stop by and see them right here at the Varied Industries building at your great Iowa State Fair. Jackie Schmelin reporting live at the Iowa State Fair, and we will be right back.